Last time on Mystery Dungeon Shiren the Wanderer, we solved the first 10 puzzles of Fae. In this episode, we'll start the next 10. Let's begin with puzzle 11. The exit's on the other side, but a monster blocks our path. First, we take the knockback staff and swing. While the enemy is blown away, we can pick up a jar of hiding. This jar traps monsters when thrown. The monster is now sealed forever, that is unless we attack the jar. We can also use the jar to hide, which lasts for 20 turns. Hiding would have been useful if we were surrounded by monsters, but we weren't. In this puzzle, we are surrounded by 8 enemies. We can defeat them by using the big landmine trap, which destroys all enemies in a 3x3 square box. The one trade-off is that we are now left in a critical condition, so we must be careful when using traps to harm monsters. The map overlay reveals we are stuck in a room about new paths. The walls cannot be punched either. Instead, we pick up pickaxes and the armband of sight. Pickaxes can dig through walls for spelunking. The armband acts as a radar. It displays all enemies and items. Let's pick up some money and then dig our ways to the opposite side of the floor. Pickaxes do break, so they usually must be used discreetly. This puzzle gives us more than enough, though. Field Bandit. He turns the items on the floor into herbs, dangerous in the main adventure. However, in this puzzle, it does not pose a threat. We can kill it by throwing money we picked up earlier. Water separates us from the exit. The herb of sight reveals knockback traps. Triggering the trap knocks us back to the direction we approach it. Here we need to approach the trap from the northwest. Approaching from only west will knock us back to the west wall. So go up. Again, the water separates us from the exit. If only we could exchange positions with a mini-robber. To the left is the walrus jar. Pressing it sends out a thief walrus, which steals any items in the direction we face. We find a switching staff. Throwing the jar against the wall unlocks the staff. Puzzle 16 is a sequel to Puzzle 12, Single Straight 1. We pick up the medicinal herb and study herb. Consuming the latter, it reveals a landmine trap. Unlike the big landmine trap in Single Strike 1, the regular landmine trap lowers our current HP by 1/2. Here we lose 7 HP, then 4 HP. If we continue this indefinitely, we will die from the explosions. While a big landmine trap always sends our health points to 1, and it can never kill us, the regular landmine can't will. We can repeat the same strategy with these ghost radishes. can kill the iron heads surrounding us below by reading the Blast Wave Scroll, which does about 30 damage to each monster. This next room, which leads to the exit, has gazes. These enemies can hypnotize us, so we must kill them from afar. Blast Wave Scrolls are actually quite useful in a monster house. We pick up the Armband of Calm, which prevents confusion. The Herb of Sight then reveals traps. These spinning traps cause confusion unless we have an armband equipped. The traps below are unequipped traps, which remove our armband. We do not want to step on these before we trigger a spinning trap. Let's re-equip the armband. To the right is a level 3 Snaky. It's too strong to fight with our fists. To reach the exit, we must now go around the center square. If we travel counterclockwise, we will first trigger the unequipped traps. Then we cannot walk over the spinning traps without the enemy killing us. We must go clockwise. Unless the 3 traps do not trigger at all. This actually rarely happens. Traps do have a small chance of not triggering, like this 3rd unequipped trap, but we do not want to rely on chance. "15 enemies, 3 monster families, Snakies, Gathers, and Gators. We can remove 1 monster family with the scroll removal. This scroll is thrown, not read. Throwing the first scroll removes the Gators. We can remove the Gathers with the second, but we still have the Snaky family. The level 1 Green Snaky, level 2 Vipey, and level 3 Pipey can remove 1 scroll because they belong to the same family. Whoops, throwing projectiles can miss. If this were the main adventure, the scroll would prevent a family from spawning later on during a run. This applies only to the most recently removed family. Since we have an extra scroll, let's see what happens when we read it. We earn the game's disapproval. Our reward is a jar of holding. It's worth storing in the warehouse. The final puzzle for today involves the Scroll of Need. First, we trigger a Dream Gas trap. We then step on a spin trap that confuses us temporarily. Holding A and B burns turns quickly and cures confusion. We are still blind, however. We can wait it out, or read the Scroll of Need. In the next room, we see 5 Gathers. 2 steps down and we have obtained a second Scroll of Need. Reading it paralyzes the enemies. This works as long as 2 or more enemies surround us. It won't work with only 1 enemy. Our reward is an Air Blast Scroll, which can be used to upgrade weapons. Let's try using it on a weapon in the warehouse. Our stored cudgel currently has +2 added to its base attack. Equipping the weapon and reading the Air Blast Scroll then increases its attributes to +3. This stronger weapon can now inflict more damage. That's all for today for Let's Play Mystery Dungeon Shiren the Wanderer. Find out next time when we solve more puzzles.